Richard Ullger's tenure as Commissioner of Police has been marked by significant challenges, most notably the McGrail inquiry. The RGP has also been rocked by whistleblower allegations, a significant depletion of the force, and the arrest of several police officers. Then, last October, Mr. Ullger found himself being investigated by the National Crime Agency. He was alleged to have shared sensitive information with the wife of a defendant. The allegation was made during a pre-trial hearing of two men, one a serving police inspector and the other a former officer. Police Inspector Sean Picton is facing charges of misconduct in public office and unauthorised access to computer material, while Anthony Bolaños is charged with aiding and abetting misconduct in public office. They deny the charges. It was in court last October that their lawyers Suresh Matani of Straight Law and Shane Danino of Hassan's made the allegations relating to a separate matter against Mr. Ullger. They claimed the evidence had already been brought to the attention of the lead investigator, John McVeigh, but that no action had been taken. The trial was then adjourned as the Crown announced there would be an independent investigation into the allegations. Later that month, the lawyers for Mr. Picton and Mr. Bolaños questioned why Richard Ullger still remained in post as Commissioner. They wrote to the Governor, the Police Authority and the Crown, asking why Mr. Ullger had not been interdicted while the evidence was being reviewed. Richard Ullger said at the time that he was confident that he had acted correctly at all times and questioned the motives behind the complaint and the wish to make it public. Anthony Bolaños was among 3 officers previously charged in connection with whistleblower statements tied to the McGrail inquiry. Those charges, investigated by John McVeigh, were dropped in September last year when it was concluded that there was insufficient evidence for a criminal prosecution. Mr. Bolaños and 2 others also faced allegations of attempting to pervert the course of justice, but the case collapsed last November when the Crown declined to offer evidence. In December, GBC reported that the NCA had been tasked with investigating the allegations against Mr. Ullger. The findings of this investigation will be submitted to the Gibraltar Police Authority. GBC has contacted the RGP for a comment on the investigation's findings, which it has declined to give, other than to confirm it has received the NCA report. We are awaiting responses from the GPA and the Governor's Office. In answer to GBC questions about how the matter was raised in court, the Director of Public Prosecutions said, "Conduct within the courtroom is entirely a matter for the presiding judge. My understanding is that when he was named, he was not under investigation." Given that Mr. Ullger questioned the motives behind the allegations and the wish to make it public, we asked the DPP whether there were any plans to investigate the matter. Christian Roca said, "My department does not conduct investigations and has no powers to do so. All investigations are conducted where they deem it appropriate by the law enforcement agency concerned." GBC also asked the DPP whether the trial of Mr. Picton and Mr. Bolaños will now go ahead as scheduled on the 3rd of March. He said Crown Counsel, with conduct of this case, will advise the defendants of any decisions taken in this regard. Until he has done so, I cannot comment further.